Ever wondered why some people seem to be constantly motivated while others struggle to find the drive? It's a fascinating conundrum, and one that has puzzled psychologists and productivity experts for years. Welcome to the mystery of motivation. This invisible force that pushes us forward, fuels our aspirations, and shapes our actions. It's the difference between waking up before dawn to chase our dreams or hitting the snooze button one more time. Now, let's dive a bit deeper. There are two main types of motivation, intrinsic and extrinsic. Extrinsic motivation, as the name suggests, comes from outside of us. It's the carrot on the stick, the gold star on the chart, the paycheck at the end of the month. It's powerful, yes, but also fleeting. Once the reward is received, the motivation often evaporates. On the other hand, we have intrinsic motivation. This is the kind that comes from within. It's not about rewards or recognition, it's about personal satisfaction and the joy of the journey. It's the artist painting into the wee hours of the night, the scientist tirelessly experimenting in the lab, the writer crafting worlds with words. Intrinsic motivation is sustainable, powerful, and deeply personal. It's the kind of motivation that can push us to achieve great things even when no one is watching. But here's the million-dollar question. How do we tap into this potent force of intrinsic motivation? It's not as simple as flipping a switch, but it's certainly not impossible. In fact, the key to unlocking this limitless motivation lies in optimizing 5 intrinsic motivators: curiosity, mastery, autotelic purpose, and autonomy. So, how can we tap into this powerful force of intrinsic motivation? Join us in the next scene as we explore these 5 key components of intrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation has 5 key components that we can optimize: curiosity, mastery, autotelic purpose, and autonomy. First, let's talk about curiosity. It's that irresistible pull, that insatiable need to know more, to explore, to find answers. It's the spark that ignites the flame of learning and discovery. When we're curious, we're engaged, we're present, we're alive, and when we feed our curiosity, we fan that flame, creating a raging fire of motivation that can carry us through the most challenging tasks. Then there's mastery. This is all about the desire to become better, to perfect a skill, to conquer a challenge. When we focus on mastery, we're not just looking to get by, we're looking to excel. We're driven by the satisfaction that comes from knowing we've given our best, that we've grown, that we've achieved. Next up is the autotelic purpose. This is the motivation that comes from doing something for its own sake because it's personally meaningful or fulfilling. When we have an autotelic purpose, we're not motivated by external rewards or recognition, but by the pure joy and satisfaction that the activity itself brings. This powerful motivator can keep us going long after external rewards have lost their allure. Finally, we have autonomy. This is the sense of control, the freedom to make our own choices, to direct our own lives. When we feel autonomous, we're not just following orders, we're pursuing our own goals in our own way. This gives us a sense of ownership and empowerment, fueling our motivation even further. By strengthening these intrinsic motivators, we can create a self-sustaining cycle of peak performance. We can ignite our curiosity, strive for mastery, follow our autotelic purpose, and embrace our autonomy, creating a powerful, self-propelled engine of motivation. Let's delve deeper into each of these components. Curiosity is the desire to learn and explore, while mastery is the desire to get better at something that matters. These two components, curiosity and mastery, are integral to intrinsic motivation and can significantly fuel our drive to perform and excel. So, what exactly is curiosity? It's that insatiable urge to know more, to delve deeper, to push past the surface and uncover what lies beneath. It's the spark that sets off the flame of learning, the catalyst that propels us forward. It's the feeling that keeps us up at night, our minds buzzing with questions and possibilities. Curiosity is the reason we pick up a new book, try a new recipe, or venture into uncharted territory. It's the engine driving us to learn, to grow, to expand our horizons. On the other hand, mastery is the quest for excellence. It's the relentless pursuit of skill, the thirst for improvement, the yearning to be better today than we were yesterday. Mastery isn't about perfection, but about progress. It's about honing our skills, refining our craft, and pushing our limits. It's about the satisfaction that comes from seeing our abilities grow and our efforts bear fruit. Mastery is what drives athletes to break records, artists to create masterpieces, and scientists to make groundbreaking discoveries. These two elements, curiosity and mastery, are deeply intertwined. Curiosity fuels our desire to learn, while mastery gives us the motivation to persevere. Consider the case of a musician. Their curiosity may lead them to pick up an instrument, but it's their desire for mastery that keeps them practicing, day in and day out. Or think of a scientist. Their curiosity drives them to ask questions, but it's the pursuit of mastery that pushes them to find answers. The beauty of curiosity and mastery is that they are self-perpetuating. The more we learn, the more curious we become. The more we improve, the more we yearn for mastery. This creates a virtuous cycle of learning and improvement, a self-sustaining engine of motivation. In conclusion, curiosity and mastery are powerful drivers of intrinsic motivation. They fuel our desire to learn, to improve, and to excel. They are the cornerstones of a fulfilling and rewarding life. Both curiosity and mastery can fuel our desire to achieve and excel. Autotelic purpose is about finding enjoyment in the activity itself, and autonomy is about having control over our actions. Diving into the realm of autotelic purpose, we're exploring the concept of deriving satisfaction, joy, and fulfillment from the process of an activity rather than from the end result. You might have experienced this when you're engrossed in painting a picture, writing a story, or even solving a complex mathematical problem. The act itself provides you with a sense of purpose and joy, making the journey as rewarding as the destination, often even more so. Now let's connect this with the idea of autonomy. Autonomy is about having the freedom to make choices and decisions. It's about being the master of your own actions. When we feel that we're in control, we're more likely to engage deeply and invest our energy and time into an activity. For instance, consider a hobby you picked up on your own, like learning a new language or playing a musical instrument. The autonomy you have in pursuing this hobby can stoke the flames of your intrinsic motivation, making the process enjoyable and meaningful. Imagine combining the power of autotelic purpose and autonomy. When you're doing something you love, and you have the freedom to do it in your own way and at your own pace, it can create a potent mix that supercharges your motivation. Think about a writer penning a novel, a gardener tending to their plants, or a chef experimenting with new recipes. They all find joy in the process and have the autonomy to shape their journey, which fuels their intrinsic motivation and drives them to excel. In essence, autotelic purpose and autonomy are about finding your flow, your rhythm, and your joy. They're about owning your actions and finding satisfaction in every step of the journey. By nurturing these aspects, we can tap into a sustainable source of motivation that can help us thrive and flourish in various spheres of life. Both autotelic purpose and autonomy can empower us and enhance our motivation. Harnessing the power of intrinsic motivation can unlock limitless potential. This is the message we've been driving home throughout this discussion, and it's a truth worth echoing. We've explored the 5 components of intrinsic motivation: curiosity, mastery, autotelic purpose, and autonomy. Each component is a cog in the machine of our inner drive, working together to create a powerhouse of motivation that comes from within us. Curiosity, the desire to know, learn, and understand, is the spark that ignites our internal engine. It fuels our thirst for knowledge and propels us forward on our journey of learning and growth. Mastery, the pursuit of skill and expertise, is the roadmap that guides our journey. It gives direction to our curiosity, transforming it from a vague desire to know into a focused quest for proficiency. Autotelic purpose, the joy of the process itself, is the wind in our sails. It helps us find pleasure and satisfaction in the journey, not just the destination. It's the magic ingredient that turns work into play, transforming tedious tasks into rewarding experiences. Autonomy, the freedom to control our actions and decisions, is the captain of our ship. It gives us the power to steer our journey in the direction we want, allowing us to take charge of our learning and growth. Strengthening these components can create a self-sustaining cycle of peak performance. It can help us tap into the limitless power of flow state, a state of heightened focus and immersion where we lose track of time and become one with the task at hand. It's in this state that we perform at our best, achieving feats of creativity and productivity that we never thought possible. The power of intrinsic motivation is not just about getting things done. It's about enjoying the process, growing as individuals, and realizing our full potential. It's about turning the mundane into the meaningful, the ordinary into the extraordinary. Remember, the key to unlocking limitless motivation lies within you. Cultivate your curiosity, strive for mastery, find joy in the process, and take control of your actions. The power of intrinsic motivation is yours to unleash.